nu.
Okay, hello and welcome to our presentation about the characters from Beowulf. We'll be discussing some of these characters in this short amount of time. Evan, take the floor.
Yes. So, Beowulf. Beowulf exemplifies the traits of the perfect hero. The poem explores his heroism in two separate phases, youth and age. And through these separate and increasingly difficult conflicts with Grendel, Grendel's mother, and the dragon. Although we can view these three encounters as expressions of the heroic code, there is perhaps a clearer division between Beowulf's youthful heroism as an unfettered warrior and his mature heroism as a reliable king. These two phases of his life, separated by 50 years, correspond to two different models of virtue, and much of the moral reflection in the story centers on differentiating these two models and on showing how Beowulf makes the transition from one to the other. And King Hrothgar. The king of the Danes, Hrothgar enjoys military success and prosperity until Grendel terrorizes his realm. A wise and aged ruler, Hrothgar represents a different kind of leadership from that exhibited by the youthful warrior Beowulf. He is a father figure to Beowulf and a model for the kind of king that Beowulf becomes.
Yeah, so likely the poem's most memorable character is Grendel. So Grendel is one of three monsters that Beowulf battles. His nature is ambiguous, though he has many animal attributes and grotesque monstrous appearance. He seems to be guided by vaguely human emotions and impulses, and he shows more of an interior life than one might expect. Exiled to the swamplands outside of the boundaries of human society, Grendel is an outcast who seems to long to be reinstated. The poet hints that behind Grendel's aggression against the Danes lies loneliness and jealousy. By lineage, Grendel is a member of Cain's clan, whom the creator has outlawed and condemned as outcasts. He is thus descended from a figure who epitomizes resentment and malice. While the poet is somewhat sympathetically suggesting that Grendel's deep bitterness about being excluded from the revelry in the mead hall owes in part to his accursed status. He also points out that Grendel is malignant by nature and that he has never shown remorse. Another character in the poet is Grendel's mother. She's an unnamed swamp creature, and she seems to possess fewer human qualities than Grendel, although her terrorization of the Heorot is explained by her desire for vengeance, which is a human motivation. Here's a few pictures from an animated / real life movie about Beowulf, and
Okay. The dragon. An ancient powerful serpent, the dragon guards a hoard of treasure in a hidden mound. Beowulf's fight with the dragon constitutes the third and final part of the epic. And well, Theo, Hrothgar's wife, the gracious queen of the Danes. She's a bit of a one-dimensional character, so we didn't find that much information about her, unfortunately. And the final character, Wiglaf, one of Beowulf's kinsmen and thanes, is the only warrior brave enough to help the hero in his fight against the dragon. Wiglaf conforms perfectly to the heroic code in that he is willing to die attempting to defeat the opponent and, more importantly, to save his lord. In this regard, Wiglaf appears as a reflection to the young Beowulf in the first part of the story. A warrior who is strong, fearless, valiant, and loyal. He embodies Beowulf's statement from the early scenes of the poem that is it is always better to act than to grieve. Wiglaf thus represents the next generation of heroism and the future of the kingdom. His bravery and solid bearing provide the single glint of optimism in the final part of the story, which for the most part is dominated by a tone of despair and at what the future holds.
Yeah, so if you go to make some sort of general analysis of the group of characters, you could perhaps say something about how, you know, if you, from a gender perspective, the only two main female characters, one of them is a one-dimensional wife and the other one is a swamp creature. So you could perhaps make something out of that where all men characters are either heroic or powerful. But I think since this poem is from the Middle Ages, I think the expectation of having some sort of gender perspective is sort of diminished. And I'm not sure that should be taken into account when listing the characters. So, thank you.